years that led up to it. You don't just have a heart attack, you don't just get cancer, you don't just get arthritis, you don't just get depression, you don't just get anxiety. It doesn't just happen. These are all processes. Disease is a process. It takes decades. By the time you manifest the symptom, it is the end stage of a healing crisis. The body can no longer defend you. All the screams and cries for help to stop, you have not listened to. You have been abusive in the extreme to your body, mind, and spirit, and now the body is finally broken down, and you're about to go that last slide in with the disease, either into disability or death. And then you suddenly, the doctor says, oh, lucky you, we got it early. Right? No, doc, we're 25 years too late. But the good news is, if it took a disease or it took a crisis or it took a loss in your life to finally wake you up, I don't care what it took, at least you're awake. That doesn't mean you're conscious, it just means you're awake, coming out of a coma. Now, for the baby boomers in this room, and a lot of you are baby boomers in here. How many of you are baby boomers? Let me see your hands. Lots. This time we're going to get right the second time around. All right? All the things that we did wrong, we're going to do right. From this day forward, I'm expecting people to make right choices because you're going to be conscious in the choices you make. You're going to focus upon what you want to do, and you're going to set reasonable expectations so your performance can equal your expectations. Remember, your performance can never exceed your expectation. So if your standards are here and your expectation is here, your performance is going to be here. Raise your expectations, you can raise your standards. Do not raise your expectations beyond what you know that you can reasonably achieve. So we can set some reasonable steps. We'll grow, we'll stay there for a little bit till we feel absolutely confident we've mastered that step, and then we'll grow again. We'll grow until we feel confident, and then we'll grow again. This is not an overnight everything changes. It's not going to happen. And that's all right. That's why we're giving it a year and a half. Need be 2 years. After 6 months, you can decide which of the programs you want to stay in. Our reversing aging program or some of the other programs. But for 6 months, we're going to cleanse. We're going to rebalance, because when I took some people who were overweight, and I first did 6 months of cleansing and worked on behavior, those people never had to diet again. Weight came off, blood pressure came down, cholesterol came down, triglycerides came down, percentage of body fat came down, energy went up. Every kind of condition imaginable these people suffered from without ever treating anything. With no treatment at all. Breast cancer gone, prostate enlargement shrunk, diverticulitis gone, migraine headaches, allergies, fibromyalgia, emphysema. Guy had emphysema so bad he was on a respirator 6 times a day, couldn't walk a block. Doctors told him he had to have his left lung taken out. 2 separate hospitals says you got to have it taken out. If you do, you might live 8 months, 9 months. He chose instead at that moment to come into a program I was doing. You didn't see him on PBS because they cut it out. They felt the American public wasn't ready for it because the doctors would have been offended. I find doctors offensive, let alone, and if you've been hearing my series on iatrogenic disease, I'm doing a little bit each day now, about what doesn't work in medicine. Wait till you see the whole report. It's like this big. It's all going up on GaryNall.com. And then we're going to send that to every legislator in every state in America, plus every federal agency, every news agency. We're just going to show you all the statistics of what doesn't work that you didn't know about, including beta blockers. Beta blockers. You're going to see what hurts or kills or overused that you're not told about. But unless you're willing to look, you wouldn't find the answer. If you trust someone else with the power over life and death choices, without questioning it and do your homework, you're going to have a high probability of victimizing yourself. So we want to stop people from being victimized. So that's just an overview of what you can expect. It's going to be a program that you're going to give in homework. Listen carefully. If you do not do your homework, you do not get back in the class. That's as true in Atlanta and in Washington, in Florida, and here. No homework, you do not get back. Someone will take your place. Why? Why? Yes.
Not dedicated.
You're not dedicated. Why else? Yes. You're not paying attention. Good. You're waiting for someone else to give you everything you need. You're not changing. Good. You're not focused. Excellent. Anyone else? Changes are internal, not external. All very valid, right on points. That's right. Yes. You're not respecting yourself. This is not a program where you can come and sit passively, get a lot of information, and not process it. The whole idea is you process what you take in here, what you find of value, however it works for you, you use it. What doesn't work, you exclude. I'm not asking you to become like me. I don't want you to become like me. I want you to become the best you can become for yourself. You become the architects of your own health. That's what this program does. It allows you to become the architect of your own health. I'm just giving you right now some of the basics. So where do we begin our journey? Step 1 of the 7 steps to total health, and we add each time to this, is first we have to decide where are we at? Where's our foundation? Because if you start changing up here, let's say to the man who asked me about his heart condition, let's say I said, all right, start taking vitamin E and coenzyme Q10 and L-carnitine and magnesium and hawthorn berries, and that's all good, yeah. Will that make a fundamental change in your health? No, because what caused your heart disease is where you're at. Building above that foundation builds the Taj Mahal on quicksand. Do you understand if you do not build upon what the actual foundation of your strength is, everything built upon illusion, fantasy, wishes, evaporates. First time you hit a crisis, you go right back to where you were before. Think how many times in life you've had desires, dreams, ambitions, and you hit a crisis and it all fell apart, right? Because there was no strength. I don't want you going off the program because you hit a crisis or someone says, oh, you're one of those crazy people drinking juices, pond scum and all that, eating rabbit food. Hey man, that's un-American. Have a cheeseburger. Feel better. Man, you're looking skinny and no, I'm the right weight and height and body percentage of fat. I'm 5% body fat, 28-inch weight, 180 pounds, almost 6'2". Yeah, but I mean, I'm 5'10" and weigh 210 and I hadn't had a bowel movement in about 7 months. And I'm a normal American, Gary. You're not. Now, I watched Jerry Springer, and I like all that violence. I'm right on Bill. Do it again, you know. And something's wrong with you. Yeah, they think something's strange with us, right? My buddy Sid Howard at age 60 in the indoor national championships, MAC championships, he set the world record for the 880, 2 minutes and 14 seconds. That's under a 4:30 mile at age 60. All right? That's normal. Not being able to walk a quarter mile without getting breathless and raising your blood pressure, that's not normal. The people I work with, when we're finished, they can go out and do a marathon. You want to go kayaking? You want to climb a mountain? You want to go water skiing? You want to go dancing again? Think of the things you do not do because you don't like the way you feel or the way you look. Are there things you haven't done because of the way you look? Look at me, huh? Yes? No? Are there things you haven't done because you're not in shape to do them? What are some of the things you'd like to do? All right? Here's what I tell you. You stick with this program, on the final day of the class, you wear a bikini. All right? Or not. It doesn't matter to us. But you'll be able to wear a bikini. Who else has not done things that you'd like to do? What else would you like to do? Huh? Run a marathon. Okay, that's easy. Run a marathon, lose 70 pounds? You can do it. You will do it if you believe you can do it. There was a woman named Elaine Ryan who came down to my ranch, and we were working out down there. In less than 2 weeks, she